Check. Okay, sorry, the wrong microphone was turned on when I started up. But what's up, everyone? This is your host with the most, going at you from coast to coast. And I'm actually trying to do something different. So, because I haven't really done content for like 2 months worth. So, I'm actually trying to just knock off a little bit of rust. So, I'm going to get on here for a little bit. I know it's 10 o'clock and I'm rubbing my eyes. But good game today. Good game. I'm going to go over the main takeaways. So, first main takeaway. First main takeaway goes to the defense. I mean, what is there to really say? The only thing you really didn't do is, get a bunch of interceptions like you did last week. And it's kind of hard to get interceptions when you're like always getting somebody basically off the field after the first snap or the second snap or whatever, or not the second snap or, the series. When the series is over, it's third down, you're getting sacks, like sacks after sacks after sacks after sacks. You get 9 sacks today. And Wentz had already been sacked like 4 times in the first quarter or something crazy like that. So whatever Wentz was saying about how the defense, they know what they do or whatever, for them to actually know that and still give up 9 sacks in the game, that's not good if you're Washington. That's really not good if you're Washington. So in terms of that, I think that Washington needs to figure out what they're going to do because that was just brutal to watch. And Carson Wentz showed flashes. He actually triggered some PTSD. For me because I remember watching him with us, and there was just a lot of times that the defense or the offense was really stagnant and they couldn't do anything. So it was brutal. It was terrible. It was one of the worst things that I can really remember. So it wasn't really much different. He was just kind of out there holding the ball, getting sacked, and the defense was putting that pressure on him. So it was big time. It was big time performance by the defense. And I'll be right back. I'm going to run this quick little commercial.
Sports fans are gearing up and saving big at Fanatics.com, the world's largest collection of officially licensed fan gear. From all the leagues, teams, and players you love, unique one-of-a-kind designs exclusively by Fanatics, and autographed collectibles from today's biggest stars shipped directly to your home. Join Fanatics Rewards for free to earn fan cash on every purchase. Shop now and for a limited time, get 20% off all orders. Fanatics.com, officially licensed everything.
And as far as offense is concerned, I got to give a shout out to them really for what they did in the first half. They applied pressure and they made sure that they got on Washington early. So I think we're doing a very good job getting on teams in the first half, and our defense is, the offense is getting the lead for us, and then the defense is maintaining the lead. But, what I really would like to see from the offense, I don't think we've played to a complete game yet. I think that we're on the right track. I do. But what I think is you need to go from being a team that collectively, offense and defense, do what they need to do to win. But, we want to see something more. So you need to go from being that team that, gets the early lead, gets out to early lead, defense goes and does their thing, to offense gets out to early lead, defense goes and does their thing. And then when you start in the second half, when you're up 24-0 at halftime, you come out, you get the ball to start the second half. I want to see 27-0. I want to see 31-0. I want to see 38-0, 38-7, 45-7, or whatever. That's the type of stuff I want to see. So I think that the offense is on the right track, and they will figure it out. But it's only 3 weeks into the season. So we're kind of seeing Jalen Hurts have a lot more confidence, and he's making really good decisions with the ball. He's not second guessing himself. I don't think that I've seen a play this season. I don't think we've seen a play this season that we can say, man, like he really wasn't sure of himself. A lot of the throws that even if he misses a throw or anything like that, it's really nothing crazy. It's not like, oh man, like this dude's wide open and he doesn't even see him over there. Guys are open. He's making the right throws. He's making the right decisions. He's not really forcing anything, which is what a lot of young quarterbacks do. So I'm not really sure what he did in the offseason. I mean, I know like some of the things that he did and what he worked on, but there's just something about it. Like the decision making is more impressive to me than anything else. Like everyone talks about how, obviously he's making big time throws and he's, throwing the ball deep down the field and his deep accuracy is better and everything's better and mechanics are better. Listen, the guy is just playing quarterback the way you're supposed to play quarterback, which is don't do anything stupid, take care of the ball, don't have a bunch of turnovers, score points, put points on the board, throw it to the guys that are open. If there's a guy that's in 3 triple coverage or whatever, don't freaking zip the ball to him. If there's a guy that's on one-on-one and he gets open, do what you got to do. Take the easy stuff. Take the stuff that they will give you. If they're going to give you like a 5-6 yard pass, throw it to Goddard. Throw it to Goddard and let him break a tackle and, get a 15, 20-yard play. Let him do that. That's what I love to see, bro. Like that's what was the problem with Carson Wentz is that he would not make decisions like that. He would be like, "Oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to show he thinks he's Muhammad Ali or something. I'll show you how great I am." And he's out here trying to throw like he's Superman or whatever. And then he makes a stupid play, gets intercepted, gets a fumble, and we fucking lose. And we lose important games that we're supposed to win. We're losing division games because you won't make up your mind and make better decisions. You won't acknowledge that you have to work on your stuff. And that's actually what I think was the end of Wentz in Philly. Outside of the fact that I just don't think he was really tough enough to do anything, handle the pressure of playing in Philly or whatever, because that's the thing about Philly. Like Philly is not a place that everyone can play. You have to have you have to be cut from a certain type of cloth to be successful in Philly. It's not like playing in other cities. Like there's a few other cities that it's really tough in the Northeast. If you're playing if you're playing in Philly or Boston or, somewhere like New York, someplace like that, the fans are always going to be tough and the media is going to be really tough. And he wasn't able to handle that the way Jalen Hurts. And that's what's really impressive about Jalen Hurts. And that's a credit to Nick Saban and how he coaches his guys at Alabama. One of the things that he actually focused on, Nick Saban, is he trains his guys how to deal with the media because he knows the media is very toxic. And that's why when you watch Nick Saban doing interviews, he doesn't take shit from nobody. Like his famous interview when he was like, "You're trying to make me say something bad about one of them and take credit from the other. So I'm not going to. So quit asking." That's Nick Saban right there, bro. But Nick Saban coached Jalen Hurts up on not just football stuff, but how to deal with these guys. So Jalen has the tough head on his shoulders, and he knows how to handle the media. So Wentz could not do that. He didn't have either one, and he didn't have the heart, and people didn't really want to follow him. Some people wanted to follow him, but not all the people. That's why you had stuff going on and people saying, "Oh, well, people like Foles and people like Wentz, and there's like two halves." You're not hearing nothing about two halves. There's not people in here making a shrine about Gardner Minshew. And I love my boy Chris Long. But come on, bro. Like, you're making shrines for another quarterback when you have a guy that's supposed to be starting and being the guy of the team. You don't have Gardner Minshew in here getting a damn shrine to himself. What happened to the Minshew people? Like, and I'm not even trying to rip on Minshew. I like Minshew. I like having him here as the backup, but be honest with me. Like, this is a dude that's a backup quarterback. So spare me with the mustache mania, Minshew mania, all the stuff. He's going to take Jalen Hurts' job. I mean, we literally had people after the Jets game from last season, the only game that Minshew started, or I think he also started against the Cowboys, but that was because there was no starters really. The only reason we were playing starters was because Devontae Smith was trying to break Deshaun Jackson's record. But you had, after that Jets game, that Minshew had a decent performance. Oh, well, the offense looked fluent. It looked better than it has looked all season. Minshew needs to be the starter. This is what some people were saying. I'm not even making this up right now. You can pull the receipts. You can go to YouTube. You can go to Twitter. You can go see what people were saying about Jalen Hurts taking his job. And he's working, bro. Like, what I love about it is it's so easy to root for this guy. And he's just making these people look like so foolish right now. 340 yards passing today, 330 yards against the Vikings. He's doing what he needs to do. And I actually couldn't be more excited about it. Okay, let me see some of the things, because I see X Factor and Grizz are both in here. Okay, Carson Wentz. Oh, great. Carson Wentz is the greatest quarterback of all time, and he can do no wrong. His struggles are Howie's fault. Okay, well, thanks, Alex Montana, for rating the stream tonight. I appreciate it. Hi there, Philly Jim. Hi, Cowboy X Factor. He sure did. Laughing emojis. Loving the name for the stream. Well, you should also love on my recliner back there. Cox hurts. Cox hurts. I had to go to the doctor this week, and he told me I need to chill. He said, listen, your Cox hurts. There's a reason for it. So here's what I need you to do. Next time, things get a little freaky over there. Jalen said it gets freaky in the open field. It gets freaky other places too. So when it gets freaky, you might want to call Audible for a max protection. Just saying. I'm not saying, I'm just saying. Audible, that max protection. And then maybe things won't get so dirty down there. Okay? Carson Wentz. Let's read some of these comments. Carson Wentz is better than Brady and Rodgers combined. Okay, here we go. I blame Howie Roseman for the Wentz playing like a bum today. It's obviously his fault. He was making awful decisions. He sucked at it because Howie didn't draft Justin Jefferson. That's actually what people used to say, bro. Yeah, Skriz is definitely very funny. Very funny. I'm just on here trying to get, because I haven't done content for like 2 months. I'm trying to just get rust knocked off, because I'm gonna be doing my podcasts and stuff again. I'm gonna be doing LinkedIn with Lindy. We're gonna be doing that on. We changed the days from Friday nights to Tuesday nights, and the Gauntlet is going from Saturday nights to Friday nights. Okay. Skip Bayless is mad. What is he mad about? Aaron Rodgers? Because Aaron Rodgers had a clutch performance and he had a clutch dime to Allen Lazard. That was such a great throw. Aaron Rodgers is still the baddest man in the league. Skip Bayless is tougher than Scrat from Ice Age. Don't disrespect my boy Scrat like that. Scrat, bro. Man, I forgot about Ice Age. Ice Age is a classic, bro. You had Sid the Sloth. I can't remember, but there was a dude. Oh, my God. I can't remember who it was, bro. But I swear to God, there was a dude. I don't know if he was like some YouTuber. Man, can't remember who it was, bro, but he looked exactly like Sid the Sloth, bro. Like, every time I seen this dude, all I could think about was Ice Age. The AFC West is overrated, bro. I'm sorry, but like everyone was saying before the season, oh my God, this is a loaded division. Look at the Chargers. Look at look at all these. The Chargers were the team that was being overhyped the most because they were saying, oh well, they got all these weapons and stuff, and I'm like, are you guys new here? Are you guys new to this whole NFL thing? Or do you guys know that most of the years for like, I don't know, at least 10, 15 years, the Chargers are always having a stacked team. And they always choke. And they're always trash. They don't ever live to the hype. So that's number one. And that's why before the season I said the Chiefs are going to still win the division. And even though the Chiefs had a terrible game today, then it is what it is. The Colts were in desperation and they needed to win, and they did. So good for them. They protected their home field. But Chiefs still going to win the division. The Broncos and Raiders, I'm not impressed with them at all. Nothing. And the Chargers, I'm not impressed with them at all. So there's nothing that I can look at with the AFC West and say, oh, man, this division's like, if you have 4 really good quarterbacks, sure. I think all those quarterbacks are good. I think Mahomes obviously elite. I think Herbert I don't think he's an elite quarterback yet. I think he's got like really high potential and upside, but he's not like, I can't put him up there yet. Like, matter of fact, outside of Mahomes and Rodgers and Brady, like, those are the only 3 quarterbacks I'll put like in elite. And even Brady, I don't think I don't know, people are going to say, oh, well, Philly Jim, like people say about Brady every year. I get that, but I'm seriously not seeing the same explosion from the Tampa Bay offense. And I'm giving credit to the Green Bay defense, but even against the Cowboys, even against the Saints, what are we seeing here? I mean, Brady's not looking like – he ain't looking like the Brady that we've seen for the last 20 years. I'm just keeping it a buck with that. But I'll still give him the benefit of the doubt. And those are only 3 elite quarterbacks that I'll say. Brady, Rodgers, and Mahomes. And then Josh Allen's probably right there as well. But, nah. Herbert ain't an elite quarterback. Derek Carr is definitely not trash. Derek Carr, he's kind of like, I put him in the same tier as Dak. Dak is not trash, but, he is what he is. He's not going to like do anything crazy. He probably won't necessarily lose games for you. Sometimes he will, but most of the time he should be pretty decent. But he ain't going to be the guy that's going to win games for you. That's for sure. He's not going to be the guy that makes like the one throw that you're like, oh my, like, wow, look at this guy. No, he's not going to do stuff like that. That's not the kind of quarterback he is. So Carr, and Russell Wilson. I mean, I'll say it again. With Russ, people saying to let Russ cook. Well, what has he been cooking for several years now? He ain't been cooking nothing. I mean, this dude is not winning anything in the playoff. Like, this is the problem I have with these narratives that people like to push. People only like to hold certain players to standards like this. Even though people are saying, oh, well, Russ is an elite quarterback. Russ needs a team around him. Put Russ on this team and he'll be leading them to the Super Bowl. That's what people are saying about Russell Wilson. That he goes to the Broncos, they're a Super Bowl team. That's what I heard before the season. He's not leading them to the Super Bowl because Russ is he's actually not great. I mean, what has he won after Marshawn Lynch left and the Legion of Boom broke up? He's not doing anything in the playoffs. He's losing. He's not even getting back to the NFC Championship. Yet Aaron Rodgers goes to the NFC Championship And Aaron, he lost to this team and this team and this team. And most of the team, not all the teams, but most of the teams were better than Green Bay. I mean, you had in 2016, he goes into Atlanta. Atlanta's the number 1 seed. And that was the year Atlanta choked the 28-3 lead to the Patriots. But keep in mind, and that was the run the table year when the Packers were 4-6. They were garbage. They were terrible. Without Aaron Rodgers, not making the playoffs with that team. That team sucked. But he took them to the playoffs and got hot, and he beat the Cowboys on the road, and then they did some crazy stuff. And they got to the NFC Championship. And they lost because Atlanta was a way better team. So you want to know something? He's playing against better teams and losing, and you're still hating on him. It's just like how people do with LeBron. Like, LeBron's not the GOAT. He can't be better than Mike because, blah, blah, blah. He got a losing record in the finals. Okay. He's going to the finals. He's taking a garbage Cavaliers team to the finals. He gets swept by the Spurs. He goes up against Kevin Durant. He played against Kevin Durant in Golden State, which no team could have beat them in a series unless you gave LeBron like way better teammates. Like, I don't even know who you could put with him versus Steph and Clay and KD and expect to win. But you're holding him to a standard and saying that he's trash or he's not the best because he lost in the finals. Aaron Rodgers is not the best quarterback because he lost an NFC Championship, even though he went up against better teams. But Russell Wilson and Drew Brees and people like that, all these nice guys or whatever, people are like, yeah, I do think he's a little overrated. I'm not saying he's trash. I'm not saying he's garbage. But no, I don't think he's on the level of Aaron Rodgers. I don't think he's on the level of Mahomes or Tom Brady. I don't. And I never think he has been. Just like I don't think Drew Brees ever was. But here's the difference. Like, here's the problem with why people hate on Aaron Rodgers. They hate on Aaron Rodgers because he's great and he knows he's great. And they also hate on Aaron Rodgers because he's just the type of guy that certain guys just don't like to be fucked with. You know what I'm saying? Like, he likes to do his thing and mind his business, and he doesn't like dick riding everyone. He doesn't like dick riding the media. And that's why the media hates him, because he's saying that he does what he wants to do and he wants to live the life how he wants to. And that's actually one of the reasons that I respect Aaron Rodgers, because he could be this fucking kiss-ass goody two-shoes getting on here, Russell Wilson, Broncos Nation, let's ride. Like, all this goofy cringe shit that he's fucking doing, bro. Like, no. Like, that's not who you are, so I'm not going to put on a front for the media to make other people happy. Just like I'm not going to do it in life for anything. Not just talking about Aaron Rodgers doing it, but as a person, you should never want to do that. Act a certain way to make people happy. I would rather make a bunch of people unhappy by being myself and doing what I want to do than everyone loves, quote unquote, loves me, even though it's fake love. It's not real. It's not genuine. And me acting like what I'm not, something that I'm not. So Aaron Rodgers is hated because he likes being himself. Aaron Rodgers is hated because he likes being himself. He likes living how he wants to live. And he doesn't dick ride the media. And he's also hated because he's literally the best, and he knows he's the best. And he carries himself like he's the best. That's why people hate Aaron Rodgers. I don't. I love Aaron Rodgers because he's true. Like, he's just true to who he is, and he doesn't care. Like, he literally doesn't care what anyone thinks about it. There's not enough people like that, not only like in the NFL, but there's not enough people like that in the world. Everyone cares too much. Everyone cares. There's social media. Oh, how many likes did I get? How many followers? Like, people care so much what people think. Oh, I want everyone to like me. I don't really care. Like, I don't really care about people liking me. I mean, I remember one of the last streams I did, or one of the last podcasts. I can't remember if it was LinkedIn or the Gauntlet. There was somebody on there, and they said like Philly Jim is like a big fucking douche or whatever. Like they literally, it was the last comment like as we were turning the stream off, and I'm just like, I hope a lot of people think I'm a douche. I hope a lot of people think that I'm trash. I hope so, because I have a lot of people that don't think that about me. So I'm going to enjoy doing what I want to do with my life, and I'm going to enjoy being the person I want to be. And that's not always going to be what other people want me to be, and other people that were around me at a previous time. Fuck them. I'm going to do what I want. And I hope that gets me where I want to get. And if it doesn't, then that means that I probably fucked up. But I ain't tripping about it. I ain't tripping about nothing nobody says. I would rather have a very small amount of people that appreciates me than have like a bunch of people that pretend. And as I've gotten older, I've kind of started to realize I can read it a lot better. Like, just by having a one conversation with somebody, I can tell like if they're riding for me or if they're not. And I stay away from the people that are not. So, I mean, I got my family, I got my friends, but I don't have a bunch of people that's riding for me, bro. I don't. And that's okay. Because I'm going to keep fucking working. Like, that's what too many people don't do, bro. They care about what everyone says. And then that fucks up their focus. That fucks them up from like what they're trying to do and what they're trying to achieve. So I don't think people should fall into that, bro. Like, for real. I know I started talking about sports and it kind of went into like a different topic, but that's just some real shit right there. That's some real advice that I want to give to the people. Real quick before we get back to the sports talk. Stop caring what everyone thinks. Stop caring what everyone says. Stop caring if people think you're the good guy or what. Because it doesn't matter. Like, you're always going to be the bad guy in someone's story. Someone's story about you. There's going to be a lot of people that tell stories about you. You're going to be the hero in a lot of these stories. But you're also going to be the villain in a lot of these stories. It's kind of like in the Spider-Man movie, the first one with Tobey, what the Green Goblin said. How they found you amusing for a while. But eventually you'll come to a point where you'll realize the only thing they love more than a hero is seeing a hero fall and fail and fall on his face. That's why when people say, "Oh, I'm happy for you. I'm glad you're doing this, this, and that." People are happy for you being successful when they're part of the reason, or they're the reason that you're successful. When you're proving that you're the reason that you're successful because you're doing the work, you're doing what you got to do, people hate that shit. People don't like seeing people being able to win on their own. Now, I'm not taking credit away from anyone, because I think that it's important to have people in your life that can help you reach to a certain level. But eventually there's going to come a time where you're going to have to go out and get it on your own. And you're not going to be able to rely on everyone else to get where you want to get. So that's when you're going to have to man up and say, "Hey, you know what? This is my time. I got to go out and do this shit by myself." And when you do that and you show that you can handle shit on your own without those people, that's when they start to get fucking salty. And that's when shit starts to get real toxic. And those are the people you should try to stay away from. That's the best advice I can give. What's going on? What's going on, Matt? What's going on, bro? Trying to impress everyone doesn't work. Exactly. That's the best way I can put it. But yeah, that's the best advice I can give people. Like, stop trying to make everyone happy. hyped up about Wentz beatdown today. Did Wentz have an interview yet? I'm sure he had an interview. I want to see if he said anything. Let's look up Wentz post game real quick. Man, what the fuck is Carson Wentz doing up here against the Colts? Ew, there's a picture of Jalen Hurts hugging Carson Wentz now. Ew. Oh my god. Ew. This is gonna make me throw up. I'm gonna show you guys so we can all throw up together. Everyone grab a bucket. Ew. Dude, remember when people used to call Wentz Ginger Jesus? So cringe. Okay, let's read the article though. Carson Wentz chokes. Shout out to the Philadelphia Inquirer. Oh, Marcus Hayes wrote this. Marcus Hayes is a jackass. Of course, he had a headline like that. Landover, Maryland. This wasn't Philadelphia against Washington or the Eagles against the Commanders. This was Carson Wentz versus Jalen Hurts. It's the only matchup that mattered, and it was a heavyweight bout. Hurts won in a knockout. Wentz, he mostly ducked and covered. The final score was 24-8, and the Eagles moved to 3-0. The Commanders to 1-2, but this was about more than the score. It was about revenge. Hurts finished 22 for 35, threw for 340 yards, 3 touchdowns, and compiled a passer rating of a 123.5. And the stadium turned green, and they started chanting MVP. Wentz, the greatest homegrown villain in Philadelphia sports history, was 25 for 43 for 211 mostly empty yards and a 71 quarterback rating, and he was sacked 9 times, delighting the massive throng of supporters for the enemy. They traveled 135 miles down I-95 to show as much support to the Birds as to Ginger Jesus. Wentz noticed, I don't think my performance was affected by that. Wow, okay. He falsely said wearing a fuchsia sports coat? Nah, bro, nah. Hold on. I know Carson Wentz did not show up wearing no oh no. No. He was not wearing no damn fuchsia sports coat. No, he fucking wasn't. No, he wasn't. Please. Oh no, please tell me he wasn't. Come on, where's the press conference? I need the post game. No, that's from practice. Where's the Carson Wentz interview, bro? Why his interviews are not even on here because these motherfuckers don't want to get trolled. It doesn't matter, bro. I will find this interview and I will do another stream when I find the interview. But this man has no shame if he's showing up. If you're a grown man, like, and I don't mind any grown man, you know, if you wear something pink or purple or whatever, like, I'm not saying I have an issue with it, but fuchsia is like one of those, it's like one of those colors, like it's between pink and purple. And it's just a little bit too moist for a grown man to be wearing that. So if you ever get caught wearing fuchsia, no. Nope. That is against the rules. My book, it is against the rules. Let Jimmy G cook. Oh, never mind. His Philly Jim is not associated with him. I don't mind Jimmy. I actually think the 49ers have a better chance to win with Jimmy than they did with Trey Lance. Because for some reason, Jimmy just knows how to play with that team. Trey has not been able to show that he can do that. The only thing commanding would be the only thing they should be commanding is the toilet bowl. I don't know, man. They're trash. Like, I don't know. Like, are they gonna finish last? Or are the Giants gonna finish last? Even though people are saying, oh, well, the Giants are undefeated. Really? The Giants are the same like the Panthers were last year. You guys remember when the Panthers start off 3-0? Oh, look at Sam Darnold, blah, blah, blah. Like resurgence. And the Panthers were trash. They're going to lose Monday night to the Giants. Their defense, the Cowboys' defense is actually really good. Their offense sucks. And their offense is still going to suck. It's not really Cooper Rush's fault. Their offense just sucks. They don't have the talent on offense. They don't have, they have CeeDee Lamb. None of the other receivers can do anything. Dak is not that guy. Cooper Rush is also not that guy. They stink. Like, the Cowboys stink, but the Giants stink, bro. Like, they stink worse than the Cowboys, but I'm not sure if they stink more than Washington. Like, I think it's going to finish Eagles, Cowboys, and then Giants finishing third and Washington's finishing last. Even though before the season I said Giants were going to finish last. Yeah, the Giants are fool's gold. We sent Carson Wentz packing when we did. It was a genius move by Howie Roseman. I don't know what you would rank as Howie Roseman's greatest decision, but if you think about it like this, it's chess, not checkers. Step one, you trade Carson Wentz. Step one, the only bad part about that trade was, he was basically in Indy. Indy kind of got him for free because we were still paying his salary, but only for the 1 year. And we got a first-round pick, so it was actually worth it to have to pay his salary for that year, even though he wasn't on the team. So that's number one. You end up getting the first-round pick that you flip, and you get A.J. Brown, and we see A.J. Brown is already having as huge an impact in the team. And then you saw what Devontae Smith did today, so you have two number one receivers on the team. And then Quez has actually been balling as well. Quez would have had a touchdown today if it wasn't for the pass interference. That guy that did pass interference on Quez, he did it because he had to. Because if he didn't, Quez was going to run right past him. Jalen was going to hit him, and he would have been gone. It would have been like an 80-something yard touchdown. But back to what I was saying before. You trade Wentz and you use the pick that you got for Wentz from the Wentz trade, and you got A.J. Brown. But not only that, you got to remember, Eagles fans, I think almost every Eagles fan was criticizing the pick or was confused about the pick of Jalen Hurts because it was a second-round pick. So it's not like if we took Jalen Hurts in the third round or the fourth round, I don't think it would have been a big deal. I don't think anyone would have freaked out about it. But the fact that we said, nah, fuck that, we ain't waiting, and we took him, that's what kind of shook everybody up in the fan base. It was we just paid Carson Wentz, last year, and now he got hurt in the Seahawks game in the playoffs in 2019. And everybody was like, oh, shit, that's what was happening. That's what in my opinion, was happening was, listen, bro, we're fucking tired of you always getting hurt in the most important part of the season. So we're not going to go into a playoff game and have a 45-year-old Josh McCown out here when the guy was literally coaching high school teams. We had a high school football coach that was playing in a playoff game for us. That should never happen. So that's what I think they took him. And they also thought he had upside, which it's obvious that he did. But with those two moves alone, if Jalen Hurts ends up balling out, then, He came in the same draft class as Burrow, as Herbert, Tua. And if he ends up being better, or at least as good as Herbert, as Burrow, then we're going to be talking about, like, if you could redo the draft, Jalen Hurts would be first round pick. He's playing like he should have been drafted higher. I'm just saying. So with those two moves, like, you got to say Howie's looking like a genius, bro. And then the draft from last year, the last two drafts, really, when people said, and even me saying that he can't draft, that's obviously not true. He can draft. He has misses, but he has hits. In the last two drafts, he's hit on them. What's up, Joey Shakes? We dangerous? Looking dangerous. Looking very dangerous right now. But I got to say, bro, I feel good. I feel good about the team. But we got to do something. We got to do something more. Like, we got to... I know you can't really control who you play and shit, but, like, I'm not impressed with these teams. Like, I want a team that's going to, like, push us to the limit. Like, that's what I want to see. And I don't think that's going to happen until we play the Green Bay Packers. I think the Green Bay Packers are the best team that we play this season. Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback we play this season. So, I think that's probably going to be the best challenge in terms of the regular season. But none of these other teams, like Jacksonville, like, I know people are hyped about Jacksonville, but I ain't tripping, bro. Like, I'm not. I think that they can win their division. I also think their division is the worst division in football. As far as their win today against the Chargers, we know good and damn well Justin Herbert should not have been out there, bro. Justin Herbert is injured, and they are risking this man's health right now. And that's another thing about the Chargers. Don't forget what happened before with Tyrod Taylor. They gave this man a pain injection or something, and it fucked up. It punctured his lungs. So the Chargers are a sketchy-ass team when it comes to this shit. So, Justin Herbert, you need to take care of yourself, bro. Because if you don't, it's going to be another RG3 situation. Because RG3, he was over here telling the coaches, hey, I'm going to fucking play even if you don't want me to play. The coaches need to tell Justin, you're not playing, bro. You're 22, you're 23. You got like 15 years of playing. Instead of giving him a stupid shot and telling him to go fucking suck it up. Don't be stupid. And Justin also needs to not be stupid and risk his career doing this. All right? Because the NFL, you can lose your shit, bro. You can lose it like that. We saw it with RG3. And RG3 could have been a Washington Commander. But RG3, he was arrogant. He thought he knew it all. And his fucking shit went. And it's sad. Because he had a lot of potential. I mean, I think it's gonna be an emotional game for Doug. Just like today was an emotional game for Carson. And I think the emotions are just gonna be too much. When you're going into a game and you're like thinking about, oh, it's my former team, it's this, it's that, that's where you get fucked up. That's where you get really, really fucked up because you're not focusing it on as, okay, this is the next team we're playing and we're trying to beat them and go improve our record. Instead, you're like, oh, this is my former team. I want to do this. I want to do this. I want to show them that they shouldn't have done this to me. And that's where you get fucked up. Everything's about revenge. Your game plan's not on point. Your shit's not on point. And then you just go out and get smoked. You know? Look what happened with McNabb. You guys remember McNabb when he went to Washington? They were showing videos in the locker room and saying, oh, well, they made a mistake. They made a mistake. And then you come to Monday Night Football and you give up 59 fucking points. And Michael Vick, he looked like a video game player in that game. Like, you know, you're making the game bigger than it should be. You see what I'm saying? So I think that's what's going to get fucked up for the Jaguars. Just like I think it's what fucked up for Wentz. You could tell Wentz was shook in this game. Like, first of all, I don't even know what it's going to be like. I wonder if I should get tickets to that game. Because I was supposed to go to the home opener, but I couldn't because of my work and stuff and the internship I was doing. So I missed that. But I'm trying to figure out what game I should go to. I want to go to the Cowboys game. But if Dak's not playing, like, am I going to pay like $250 to go watch fucking Cooper Rush? I don't know. I would love to go to the Green Bay game because this is probably the last chance I can see Aaron Rodgers live. So I'm really thinking about that. But if it was bad with Eagles fans taking over there, bro, I promise you, when it comes to Lincoln Financial Field, it's going to be bad, bro. Because you can even feel it through the TV. You can feel it through the TV, bro. When Rager, every time he touched the ball in the Minnesota game, I felt that shit, bro. Like, I could just, like, I knew, I've been to the link so many times, like, I just know. I know the vibes when I see it. Like, they were coming after that motherfucker. They were coming after him. He was selfish and egocentric just like Wentz was, but he was actually still better than Wentz. But now Jalen Hurts is going to end up being better than both of them. Well, Jalen's already better than Wentz. Saying earlier, Carson was today. He wasn't. That game's on a Monday night too. The next game against them, I forget what week it is, but I don't know. I really want to boo Carson Wentz, but I don't know. I think I'm going to go to the Green Bay game. Let me check out tickets for that real quick. Eagles versus Packers. Yeah, I want to. What week is this? What week is this that we're playing them? Okay. Oh, it's going to be cold as fuck. And that's a night game, bro. Whew, that game's going to be... The weather's going to suck in that fucking game. Wow, these tickets are actually... It's actually cheaper. It's actually cheaper. Hold on a second. Is it cheaper to go to the Green Bay game than go to the Dallas game? Now hold the fuck up. Hold up. Okay. Yeah, you know what? Fuck that. I'm going to the Green Bay game, even though the weather's going to be absolute fucking trash. I'm fucking going, bro. Fuck that. Fuck that. If you're telling me that I have to pay $225 to go watch fucking Cooper Rush, and I know people, oh, well, it's a rivalry. It's a fucking rivalry. I don't give a fuck if it's a rivalry. I shouldn't have to pay top dollar to see this piece of shit Cooper Rush. I shouldn't have to do that. If I'm paying top dollar, I'm going to see Aaron Rodgers. I'm going to see the best quarterback in the league. And it's two of the best teams in the NFC. Yeah, I got to go to that game. It's probably the last chance I can see Aaron Rodgers play. we got to go. We're going November 27th, I think it is. We'll just check Washington Commanders just for the fuck of it. Oh, $120. Damn. Maybe go to both of them? Maybe go to both? I don't know. We'll think about it. But I'm definitely going to that Green Bay game, bro. There's no question. Well, I really just don't like McNabb at all. Like, if you ask anybody that's been around me, they'll tell you how much I don't like McNabb. Because I never thought he never really gave me the vibes of like, yeah, this guy's a fucking winner. Like, this guy's a baller. This guy's a leader. Like, this is a guy I want to ride with for my team. No, I never thought that with McNabb. And I actually think that people don't realize how much McNabb got carried by Andy Reid. And everyone blamed Andy Reid. You know, Andy's the reason we suck. Like, he wasn't the reason that we were continuing to choke in the championship game. I mean, sometimes it was bad clock management. I'm not going to take anything away from that. But this guy is the best offensive coach, the best offensive genius, the best play caller of the last 20 years, last 2 decades. He's a quarterback guru. He's a quarterback whisperer. All the stuff that Mahomes is doing right now, I'm not taking any credit from Patrick, but listen, if Patrick was in another team without Andy Reid, he would not be doing this shit, bro. Look at Andy Reid, what he has done. Every quarterback that he has coached, he will get the max potential from you. 100%. Michael Vick, this dude literally came out of prison, bro. Prison. And keep in mind, when he was in his prime, when he was with Atlanta, he was playing backyard football. He wasn't even playing the quarterback position the way it's supposed to be played. He was just he had a really strong arm and he would make like a few throws once in a while. But he was inaccurate. He couldn't pass the ball worth shit. And Michael Vick actually played like a decent quarterback when he came from jail and had the best passing season. I think he had 30 total touchdowns that year. 21 passing and like 9 or 10 rushing touchdowns. He won a playoff game with Jeff Garcia. Andy Reid drafted Nick Foles. And let's not forget, like, Nick Foles' rookie season was the season Andy Reid's last year. 4-12. And that was a garbage team, but Nick Foles was actually looking good. Like, his stats were not good, but if you saw him for a rookie coming into a shitty team, Nick Foles was looking like having some promise, bro. Alex Smith never had 4,000 passing yards his whole time with San Francisco. He comes to the Chiefs, and in 2017, he was low-key an MVP candidate. He was like a dark horse. Everyone talks about that's the year Wentz should have won and then Tom Brady won him, but Alex Smith was right there with him, bro. Like, he was having a really good season. Andy Reid he's such a great coach. And people hate on him because he didn't win a Super Bowl with the Eagles. And he took so long to win a Super Bowl. But when he retires, he's gonna retire with at least 2 more. Andy Reid will walk away with 3-4 rings when it's all said and done. And then people will start saying, "Oh, well, Andy Reid's a great coach," and like, yeah, he's been the same coach for like 20 years. He just has a much better quarterback now than he ever had. He actually has the best quarterback compared to not having it and just having a bunch of random guys. Meanwhile, Bill Belichick can't do nothing without Brady. And now Mac Jones is hurt. So the Patriots are fucked. Like, their season's over. Even though they weren't going to do nothing anyway. Yep, that was that was really sad to see. But I'm just saying, like, in terms of all the coaches or all the quarterbacks that Andy has coached, he gets the max out of them. If McNabb didn't have Andy Reid, he would not have done shit. Period. End of story. He would have been another decent quarterback. And that's it. He wouldn't have been like he was with us. He wouldn't have been going to Pro Bowls and doing all of that. He would be like another Jason Campbell or something. He would be like I don't know. He wouldn't be that good. I actually would say that if Andy Reid had Steve McNair over Donovan McNabb, we would have been a way better team. Because Steve McNair was actually a good quarterback. He was a stud. But McNabb is not no stud, bro. Like, he's just not that guy. He's not a leader or a winner, and he doesn't take any accountability. And anytime he fucks up, he's like, oh, it's this guy's fault and this guy's. He fucking blamed Terrell Owens for everything. That's why I don't blame Terrell for being pissed. Because Donovan McNabb is a clown. Grizz, don't be like that, bro. You said, what if they switch teams, McNabb and Tim Couch? I mean, Andy Reid could probably win. I think he can win. He can go 7-9 with Tim Couch. I'm saying that right now. Okay. What's up, Joseph? Congratulations on your team win. Appreciate it, Awesomeness Sports. I'm assuming you're a Washington fan. Hold on 1 second. Jesus Christ. Okay, my phone is going all the way off and it's fucking on silent, so that's great. But what else have we not covered? What is the let's see what the scores is for the game right now. What the fuck? The 49 10-5? And the Broncos have the fucking ball. These teams fucking suck, bro. I'm sorry. The Broncos are not that They ain't gonna win shit. They're gonna lose in the wild card game. McNabb was always the problem, but he never owned up to that, and instead he put blames on people who didn't deserve it. They just scored. Who gives a fuck? There's still time left. Jimmy G gonna go get or fucking Deebo Samuel go score a game-winning touchdown. That'll be fire. In fact, let me check my fantasy team real quick. I think I should get the win this week. Yeah. It's saying I have a 99% chance to win. McManus got me 4 points in this game. Debo got me like 12.9. What the fuck, bro? I ain't mad though. Like, I'm still winning. They put the wrong teams on Sunday Night Football. I don't even know if I would watch this game. I don't even know if I would watch that game. And then tomorrow's fucking Cooper Rush versus Daniel Jones. I don't know why they keep putting Giants and Cowboys in primetime. That should never be a primetime game. I understand if you put the Eagles and Cowboys in primetime and then Dak gets hurt, and then if that happens, then that sucks. Like, you're just going to have to flex it or do something, but I don't know. Russ hasn't thrown a touchdown. Doesn't surprise me. I got something for you guys. Let's check this out. Seems pretty interesting. So there's apparently a video. There's a video of Ron Rivera seeing Carson Wentz in the locker room after the game. I wonder what this is.
Carson Wentz, why do you...
Hold on.
Carson Wentz.
Is the sound on? No, the sound's not on.
Carson Wentz, why do you suck so bad? Carson Wentz, why?
Oh. I'm going to always post that video every time Carson Wentz is trash. That's my favorite video to post about Carson Wentz. And it's like 7 years old or something. Not 7 years old, but like 4, 5. Who's Curtis? Curtis Samuel? Seems weird that Curtis Samuel would be asking himself that question. So wait. So Jimmy G said that Carson Wentz is clutch? And that he's the most clutch quarterback in the NFC East? Wow. I don't think Jimmy G would ever do such a thing. It's actually really surprising. Mr. Pringle. The CEO of Pringles? Why would he be here? Like, I'm kind of confused about what you're talking about. Talking about Mr. Pringle. I don't know why he would even... If he's here, if he wants to become the official snack for the Gauntlet, then... Hey, we're always open for business, but... I mean... Nah. I'm cool on that. I think I'm going to stick with Doritos. Personally. Glad you made my day. You're welcome. Or thanks, for making my day, I guess. You would actually make my day more if you made a remix to the song. You Should Be a Guy, Man Up, Seriously, because that was one of the best tracks of all time. I tried a new flavor of Doritos. I can't remember what it was, but I haven't been able to find them in stores. It was like, I don't know if it was like a limited time thing, but it was like Blazing Buffalo Ranch or something, and they came in like a kind of like that Pokemon poster, like it was like a shade of blue, like that. I haven't been able to find them, bro. Like those shits were fire. Like those were in like the top 5 chips of all time that I've had. Pringles is a wannabe Lays. Well, I'm not hating on Pringles. I'm just saying that they're not the best chips. I'm not saying they're trash. I don't know what the worst chips would be. I don't know, personally. This shit's for real, bro. Okay, I want to see something. I want to get your guys' opinion on something. So, I'm very superstitious when it comes to shit. So, you guys see over here, I have the Cox Hertz. And I've been wearing the Hertz jersey, by the way. During the week, I just leave it on the chair like that because I like the way it looks. But same jersey. I've been watching a game at this bar. Like I went to this new bar, pretty close to my house. So I ordered the same food, same drink. And I wear the same exact jersey in the same shorts. 2 weeks in a row, Jalen Hurts jersey, same shorts, same everything, order the same food, just like I said. Do I keep doing it? Like, I feel like I got to keep doing it. I'm not spending crazy money. I think I'm spending like $15. I went with one of my boys, and he actually bought some beers, so I kind of got to drink a couple beers for free. So I mean, even though I don't really drink beer, I'm more of like when I do drink, which isn't all the time, I'm more of like a liquor guy. Like I like to get my Hennessy. I like to get my Crown Royal. I like to get my bourbon, that kind of stuff. But fuck it, if someone's giving me a free beer, I ain't gonna turn it down. Yep, those Johns are the best. What's up, Joseph Sirianni, son of Nick Sirianni? Good to see you in here, man. Tell your dad to you need to get some better offense in the second half, bro. Okay. I'm sorry, Joseph. I had to do that. Like, I'm not going to reveal my whole government name, but there's an NBA player that has the same last name as me. And every time I fucking go somewhere, are you related to? I'm not going to say what his name is, but people ask me if I'm related to him. It's like literally the most fucking annoying thing. But I noticed your last name's Sirianni, so that's actually cool. You're Irish, so you're superstitious as fuck. Yeah, I mean, you got to make sure you get up at the same time so nobody can steal your Lucky Charms. So you got to watch out for those leprechauns. So I definitely don't blame you for looking out for your luck. Yep, I did go there, by the way. Matt knows Matt's following my personal Twitter, so yeah, he knows my government. And Grizz and X Factor and Gamer and a few other people in here know my government, which I'm not going to leak, but you guys know what I'm talking about. He said he's going to call him tomorrow. Well, there we go. We got to get our offense going in the second half, man. Coach Sirianni, how did you feel about today's win? Well, I feel like when you're looking at this win, it's like a chia pet. And we took the chia pet and we opened it up and we put the seeds in there. And on that first drive, we were putting the seed in there. And then defense came out on the second drive and really set the tone. And that's when we started to fertilize the chia pet. And then we started to see results. And then all of a sudden, our Barack Obama had a bald head, but by the time the game was over, Barack Obama went from Barack Obama to Barack Frobama. And that just goes all back to planting seeds. So that's how I feel about the win. I should do a new Nick Sirianni video. That's actually a good idea, X Factor. I haven't done one of those in a long time. I was doing them during the summer. I would just go up to like random fields and like start saying a bunch of stupid shit. I love Nick Sirianni though. Like, he's so weird and like nerdy and unconventional, but he's doing the right stuff and he's building a good culture. What's up, Silver the Barber? What's up, fam? Yes, my impersonations are are spot on. Yep. I think it's because I've seen so many people doing them. Silver the Barber just waking up. Cool stuff, bro. All right. Check over here. All right, looks like yes, you were. Yes, you were, but we ain't gonna talk about that on here. We are not gonna discuss that for the whole people over here. The whole world blasting him for that flower shit. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, I hated when he said that, bro. I mean, we had a losing record and we were trash. But he ended up being right. Yeah, people are making fun of him for being a stuttering guy at his press conference. I'm glad I was drinking H2O, bro. Staying hydrated out here. I came in here dusty. I came out undusty and hydrated because I was drinking my H2O. Big facts. Jimmy G is Grizz. Jimmy G's not focusing on his off-field priorities? What is he focusing on? Thoughts on the matchup against the Jaguars? Need to handle our business, bro. Jaguars are a young squad. They're a team that's obviously playing better with Doug as the head coach than they were with Urban Meyer, who was absolutely terrible. Doug is he's gonna want this game. He really is. So I think he's gonna try to have a good game plan, but I just think that we're too much. I just think we're too much for them, and we're playing at home. There's going to be a lot of fans there. I think Doug will get a good reception. I think that they'll definitely cheer him when they announce that he's here. But no, this game it should not be close. And what I want to see in this game is we got to play better. We got to play better in the second half on offense. You know, I'm sure that we'll have success in the first half, and I'm sure we'll get off to a good start just like we have in all the games this season. But we need to go transition from a team that comes out and gets off to one of these big leads and then, you know, kind of just like gets a lead and the defense is good enough to maintain the lead. So you got to stomp down on it. Like, you got to put your foot on the gas all the way till the clock hits 0-0 in the game. The game's over. So I want to see, let's see if we get off 21-0, 24-0 at half. I want to come out 31-0, 38-7, whatever. And I want to keep putting points on the board. If we kick three, we kick three. But I want to run smart plays. I want to run good plays. And I want to just keep putting it all together. Because offense, if they can play like they did in the first half and they play for the whole game, we're going to be scoring 40 points against people. We're going to be scoring 40. And the way our defense plays, if we score over 30 points, no one's going to beat us. No one's going to beat us, even if we play against a great team. If our offense does what they're capable of doing across 60 minutes, there's not much I can say. How did the 49ers? I don't know. They got really lucky. Special teams and Aaron Rodgers. He had a historically bad playoff game. I meant to say Jimmy G is not good, Grizz. Okay. And yeah, I forgot about the Cowboys. Yeah, I mean, you literally have Dak running for the first down when in the middle of the field with no timeouts, and it's like 12 seconds left. And you thought that was actually a smart idea. Agreed. Let's see what time we got. It is 11:30 now, and the Broncos beat the 49ers. I'm still not sold on the fucking Broncos, bro. They ain't shit. We don't suck. These other teams suck. But if you're asking me, I think the Eagles can hang with these AFC teams. All these teams, the Dolphins, the Bills, whatever teams you want to say, the Chiefs. I think we can hang with them. I think the main teams that we need to be able to beat are the Green Bay Packers. And there's not a whole lot of other teams that really. I think we're better than the Rams. I think we're better than Tampa. I think we're better than most of the teams, if not all of the teams. The only team that I really see as a real threat is Green Bay. And the other teams I don't. Because Green Bay has Aaron Rodgers. Green Bay has a good defense. And they have a really good running game. Like A.J. Dillon, A.J. Dillon and Aaron Jones. His initials are AJ, so that's why I was thinking of A.J. Brown. But those dudes are some dogs, bro. Like Green Bay got a squad. They got a squad, and they got my respect. So I don't know. Like, other than them, though, I ain't tripping, bro. I know it's only 3 weeks, but I think we have a real chance to contend and do something really good. And as far as Buffalo, and listen, they're loaded. They lost today. Miami, they're looking better than I thought they would. Just keeping it a buck. I don't think they're going to maintain this. I don't think they're going to win the division. They'll be a playoff team, though. They'll be a wild card team. Buffalo they'll kind of get some separation at the end of the season. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But I'm saying if the Eagles were an AFC team, I think we would be right there with them. With Buffalo, with Miami, with anyone. Ravens, even though Ravens really haven't looked that good. 1 week at a time. Yeah, the game against Green Bay is probably going to be the biggest game of the season. And whoever wins that is going to have a leg up and home field advantage. So if we win, then we'll be able to stay in Philly. If we lose, then we're going to have to go to Lambeau. So that's going to be – either way, the weather's going to suck and it's going to be cold as shit. But I would rather stay in Philly. I really would. Because playoffs is different in Philly, bro. The Broncos are the only AFC West team to win today. Yeah, that's actually weird. Still ain't sold on the Broncos. I will say we got to learn how to score. Yeah, we got to score in the second half. But I also don't think those squads can see our defense like this because we have a great defense. There's no doubt about it. So any of these high-powered offenses, I'm not really that scared of them. I think we can win games that are shootouts because we have great offense, but we can also win games that are ugly games. Like we can win a 17-14 game or we can win a 38-35 game. We can win. We're built to win in different ways. Damn, this shit been going on for a while. I didn't know I was going to actually be on this John for this long, but I needed to get on here for a while just because I haven't done shit, especially by myself. I haven't been doing shit for like a month and a half. I'm rusty and dusty. So I'm rusty. I need to get out of it. I need to get out here in the field more and get some shit right. And so when I'm doing my podcast and my other shit, like everything's on point. But also I need to get a fresh cut because I'm looking like shit. And I need to get a fresh cut. So I'm gonna try to go to 5-Star Barbershop Salon. Shameless plug. Out here in Philly, 2338 North Broad Street. Check out Silver the Barber on Instagram. Silver DA Barber. Go follow his page. You see all the cuts that he does. If you're local to the Philly area, I definitely recommend checking him out. Also, he has a page where he does his music and stuff. He makes instrumentals. He makes beats. So the guy does a little bit of everything. So I would definitely check him out. He's a jack of all trades. So when are we going to say Carson Wentz get his gold jacket? It's a funny thing you say that. Hold on a second. Just give me 1 second here. Where is his fucking shit at, bro? There we go. Okay, just give me 1 second here, Grizz. XO Wave, are you Curtis? Okay, well, Silver the Barber makes music. You make music. Maybe you guys can collab. All right, it's taking a second to load up. Sorry, it's because my internet's trash. But here you go. Here you go, Grizz. Here's your Carson Wentz in a gold jacket. And that is the closest to a gold jacket that he's ever going to get. So, XO Wave, do you post yours on do you post your music on YouTube or do you post it somewhere else like SoundCloud? Well, I guess you guys can just click and subscribe to each other then. There you go. See, we're doing stuff in here that we didn't even think we were going to be doing tonight. But yeah, bro. This shit is for real. He's missing his clown makeup. Yeah, that's tough. All right, XO Wave. I'm going to check your shit out after I get off of here. I'm going to see what you got. Why you gotta roast Curtis like that when he's not even over here, bro? But he's right though. Curtis is trash. This motherfucker has the worst. Like I never seen somebody like. I don't really have any skills like with being a musician or anything. But this man is sorry. This man is sorry. This man is sorry. Probably one of the sorriest rappers that I've ever seen, bro. I ain't even gonna cap. Like, if you put this man up to any trash rapper, they would still be better than him. I ain't even gonna hold you. Just an artist? Well, same difference, bro. Like, music is an art. Just like a lot of things are arts. Even, I've said stuff about Silver the Barber, but, this guy, when he does a cut, he always says that it takes time to have a really good cut because it's like a form of art when you're cutting someone's hair. And when they leave and people see their cut, they're like, "Oh shit! Like, look at that. That's a type of art." Music is a type of art because there's always a message behind like music. Music isn't just about saying shit. Whatever you put in your music, in my opinion, there should be a meaning behind it. It shouldn't just be I'm doing it just to do it. I'm doing it because I got to tell somebody something, or I want to express myself in some way. So that's all forms of art right there. Can't do it this year. 2023. Hashtag inside jokes. You guys better hope that no one ever finds out what these inside jokes are, Curtis, because it will not be good. Hashtag shout out to the documentary bros, aka the feds. I believe it should be both meaning and do it just to do it. I mean, what I'm saying is like you have a lot of. I'm gonna give you a real life example. You have these shitty rappers out here. You have like these young guys. Like you have like people like I don't know, like Lil Pump or whatever out here with his trash ass music, or X69, like whoever, like whatever fucking one of those guys you want to say. And you say, let's put him up against somebody like who's a little bit older, and obviously has more maturity and experience, but someone like J. Cole, who every time you listen to some of J. Cole's music or his albums, you can feel it. Like you can feel that he's trying to tell you something. And he's trying to tell you something like something for real. Not just some bullshit. Not just some, I'm out here fucking hoes and like doing all this stuff. He's telling you shit about real life. And it's fire. Like, it's just, you can feel that. I feel like with music, you're doing it, you should be able to feel that. I don't give a fuck about saying that I'm doing this and hoes and like all this other crazy shit, bro. That's not what I came here for. I came here to get a message. And if you're not giving me the message, then I ain't got time for it. So that's just an example of what I can think of. You mean when people say NBA Youngboy's the new Tupac of the world or whatever? Yeah. Whatever. You guys are on crack if you think something like that. I'm not saying you guys, but like the people out there that are saying that. If I write 10 songs a day and only one may be okay, that's okay. I mean, that's what life is about, bro. I mean, you're going to be putting in work and, you know, you might get a lot of people telling you no, but that one yes is all you need. So just keep fucking working. And you know what? You might have a lot of songs that don't work out, but as long as you get that one song and then you get that first win under your belt, you kind of start to see the confidence go up and then you start cooking. You see what I'm saying? They smoking some good shit. They either smoking some good tape or some of that peanut butter, John. I smoked this one strand. It was called peanut butter. I don't even know what the fuck it was, but the John was hitting for real, bro. I ain't even gonna cap. Young boy is the next Tupac. It's like me saying you being the next. I actually think you have a better chance of being the next LeBron than he has being the next Tupac. I actually think you have a better chance. Peanut butter breath. Yes, sir. That's it right there. That's the Johns right there. Go Birds. I'm going to sleep. I'm about to get off this John too. I've been on here for like an hour and a half, but this shit was for real. We'll have to do it again sometime. In the meantime, fuck it. Go watch the highlights or whatever. Good win, good shit. And remember, guys, Cox hurts. Gotta call the audible for that max protection so you don't end up getting an STD. Thank you, and have a good night.